All right. Welcome, ladies, to our, I don't know, maybe it's our first training in the Diamond Dash group, our first official training with all you pretty faces together. Of course, thank you for giving us your time tonight. I know it's like in between bedtimes and dinners and everything like that. If you're catching the replay, thank you for listening. We really hope that, this group provides you value and that you can really grow your business with it. For those of you who might not know me, I think most people on here do, but for those of you who might not know me, really quickly, my name is Megan Ziegler, and I'm either your coach or I'm your coach's coach. And I have been in this business it'll be 4 years in February. So what I can tell you is that I started this business doing these same activities that we are teaching you guys to do. They haven't really changed, the activities. It's just social media that's changed. So if you can just stay consistent and show up even on the days that it's hard, you will see your business grow and you will be successful. The other thing that I will say is everybody is in a different season of life. When I started this business, my son was home with me full-time. I was a full-time stay-at-home mom, and I didn't exactly know what I was doing and where I was going, but I knew that these programs and products brought life to me, and this community brought me joy and fun and just warmed my heart every day when I plugged into it. So I made a commitment to just find the time and carve it out. So for me, that looked like at the time getting up early, and then when he did nap, doing this at nap time. And when he stopped napping, hit or miss all throughout the day. And that's what it looked like until he went to school. And then when he went to school, that's when I focused my time on it. Obviously, we have a lot of women in this group who work full-time outside the home. And so what I will say to that is, it kind of equates to the same thing. You're going to get up early. You're going to stay up a little later. You're going to find pockets of time throughout your day. But if you are consistent with the activities and you believe in your experience with the programs and the products, and you know truly in your heart that they can benefit somebody else, then you will have no reason to not succeed in this business at all. Okay, so we've talked about the why. Kyla went over that. She talked about the why of being a diamond. She talked about, last night, if you didn't catch that live, go back and look for her live. She talked about why it was important, and not the why in the sense of like your deep driving why, but just like why you should be diamond, like what it will do for you in this business and the opportunity that it holds. So tonight, myself and Carrie, we're going to talk about some other things. I'm going to really quickly, for those of you who know me, I'm not quick about anything. I'm going to really quickly go over the structure of diamond, because if we're working towards that goal, and not to say that we're putting that goal on you guys, but when you are consistently doing these activities, that will lead you to this just naturally and organically. That's what happens. That's what comes next. So we want you to know what a diamond looks like. We want you to know what the difference is between a quality, successful diamond and someone who is a diamond that, is struggling and it's not really fun for. We don't want you to be that diamond. First, let me say that before I bring up the graphic and start talking over some things, some technical things with you guys. First, just know that, again, we are not here to push you to become emerald, ruby, or diamond. We are only here to mentor you and share with you the opportunity that's at hand. Because honestly, if we don't tell you, And if you don't get caught in some rabbit hole on YouTube, then you're not going to know about it. And it's really not fair for you to not see the opportunity that is right in front of you guys right here. Because every single one of us who is leading this group has reached diamond, and it's a real tangible opportunity. It's not like you're looking at people who you've never met before, you don't know from Adam, and you're like, well, let's see, they can do it, but I can't. You guys know us, and you know that this is a tangible thing. So like I said, it has to be your decision that your business is going to evolve to there. We're not pushing you, we're not pressuring you, but we do want you to understand the value of it and what it will do for you. Okay, just a couple motivational, inspirational things, and then I'll get to the technical stuff. These are things I've just been thinking of. The number one thing that people ask, like, how can they be successful with this? Like, how do they grow their social media? How do they post well? How do they do this? How do they do that? It has nothing to do with any of that. Your success in this business ultimately comes down to the belief that you have in yourself, and the belief that you have in these programs and products, and the belief in the opportunity. If you don't believe in yourself, then other people aren't going to believe in you. They're not going to see that confidence exuding from you. And we understand that when you feel brand new, or maybe you've been in it for a couple months or whatever, we understand where you're at and sometimes how it's hard to exude that confidence and feel that. But it's just a mindset thing. And I don't really like the term or the phrase fake it till you make it, but I do think there's a little bit to that, and you have to honestly put yourself out there and be confident when you're talking to people. You will be confident when you use the programs and the products regularly and have your own results. And you will be confident when you see the opportunity that we've all seen. Okay. So the only way you can be successful in this is for you to have 110% belief in yourself. And on the days you don't feel like you can believe in yourself, know that every single person on this call right now, for some reason or another, does believe in you. So you reach out to that person that invited you into this group, and you be like, you tell them, I'm struggling today. I'm struggling with this or that, or I just don't feel it. And I'm going to tell you, those days when you're struggling, those are the days you're not going to want to reach out and put yourself out there. But tell us, and we will remind you, and we will be here because we've been in your shoes, and we're in your shoes still now. Like, we're not 100% perfect at this. Okay. And then let's say, the other thing that I wanted to say is that when you're growing your business and you're growing a team, just remember that this business is actually very simple. It is taking care of yourself. It is filling yourself with personal development, and it is educating other people on how this can help them. Okay? So it's very simple. Just keep in mind, all you have to do is to be real and be authentic. And as much as you think you don't have a story, you do have a story to share, and there are people out there who will connect with you. And you are not a Beachbody billboard. You are not here to just promote products and sell products and get someone. So, okay, we are here to educate and provide mentorship to these people, just like the leaders and I are doing in this call for you guys. We're not here to get you guys to diamond. We are here to share the opportunity and, give you our best knowledge and feedback. Okay, last thing, and then I'll get right to it, is I've been reading this with my new coaches, GoPro. If you have not read it, if you are one of my leaders and you haven't read it, please go get it and read it, and don't listen to it on Audible. Go get the physical copy and read it. It is So it is all about becoming a network marketing professional and not becoming a network marketing amateur and making all the mistakes. It's about how to really be in network marketing and do it well and respectfully. So there's a lot of tangible ways in here that it takes you from connecting with a person to getting our programs and products in front of people and talking to them, and steps on how to talk to people. And it's really a great tool to have. And I just briefly saw that one real quick. I just don't like the Audible version of something like this, because you can literally like have a conversation with somebody and be like, oh, let me go reference what he suggests to do at that point in the conversation, like that. And I just feel like on Audible, you can't really I don't know, do that as well. I know you can earmark on Audible and stuff, but I don't know. For me, I just like having this right here. And when I'm in a conversation, I can just pull up to the right page. So I think I've told my new coaches this, something that, Beachbody started as a health and fitness company. That's what they are at the core and the soul of it. They never set out to be a network marketing company, but they found that was a great way to grow. And so while they do a great job at training us and providing tools and all of this stuff to grow us, it can be really hard for them to teach us how to be a network marketer. And so I think when you have a tool like this, another great one that I like to suggest is Get Over Your Damn Self. That one has great steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She lists it right out: how to talk to people, how to connect, how to get your things out in front of people. So those are two great ones that if you are really, truly wanting to grow, you will figure out how to talk to people, how to get your products in front of people, how to get coaches on your team. Okay. I could talk all day, but let's not. Let's go to this graphic. I'm going to share my screen. You guys, sorry. Take a second. Okay. Can you guys see my graphic right here? Okay, perfect. Is it too big, too small, not big enough? Good. It's fine. Okay. All right. So we want you to understand this because it's really important. We talked about why you should be diamond. We talked about, the benefits you get once you reach diamond level, how that's the most opportunity to cycle bonus. You get $18 per cycle versus Ruby is 16, Emerald is 14. If you guys don't know about cycle bonus yet, you need to revisit the cycle bonus video with Michael Neiman, and it will tell you all about it. But obviously, two ways in this business to make money, and that is through retail commissions and through growing a team. And you will burn yourself out if all you do is go for retail commissions. And it's just not fun to do this alone. It's really, truly not. And while you are on this call with 15 other people and you're like, I have my people, that is fun and that is awesome. But you yourself can't help all the people. And so you want to find more people, more Alanas, more Heathers, more Paulines that you can be on these calls with, and you can all be doing this together and it's fun. All right. So y'all know you start as a coach. That very left one that I tried to make Beachbody flourish, whatever. You all start there as coach. Active coach, you have at least 50 in personal volume. Most of you wouldn't have a problem with that probably because you're on Shakeology or Energize and Recover recurring monthly. The next step is when you bring two coaches onto your team and they have 50 in PV each person. Typically, again, not an issue because if they're proof the products work and, drinking regularly, that's why they would sign up as a coach with you. So they can get the discount, so they can share this with other people. So they're going to have at least 50 PV. You as an active emerald, still going to have you're going to be active with 50 PV. The next step is I want you guys to think about this as very, very simple, to just keep going emerald. And I want you to think about 2 new coaches a month. Like, it can be that simple. Sign 2 coaches, go emerald. The next month, you go emerald again. Next month, you go emerald again. Now, I'm not saying that's your game plan. I'm not saying that it should take you the next 4 months to go diamond, but if you just look at it very simple and basic, that would be appropriate. Ruby. Ruby is great because that is when you officially have 2 other people that are emeralds underneath of you. And the great thing about having 2 emeralds underneath of you is that they're not just enjoying the product themselves, but they are then sharing it with 2 other people who are enjoying it, being active on it, and sharing the opportunity as well. And then you have 2 regular coaches at the time being. Maybe they're just brand new and they haven't gone emerald yet themselves. When you become ruby or you become diamond, sometimes that happens. Sometimes people go diamond first. Sorry, my one cat is out of control. Sometimes you will go diamond like right after you go ruby, because it's a lot easier to sign people up and as a coach than it is for people to sign up 2 coaches at once, if that makes sense. But when you go ruby or diamond, not only are you cycling each week with more money, more money, $14 or $16 and $18, but you are also receiving, do y'all hear that? You are receiving a extra stream of income that is either 5% or 10% match off of what your emerald cycle. So for instance, as a diamond, if your 2 emeralds cycle 10, well, they would never cycle $10. If they both cycled $14, you would match off of them and make $1.40. Okay. Now, I know what you're saying. $1.40, can't even get a Wawa large coffee for that. But it adds up, you guys, when you have coaches who are getting their own results, feeling great with the products, and sharing it, and other people are using them as well. It adds up. And it's just another way to make an income that is not just solely off of you selling a program or a product. It is not just another way of you to, get that cycle bonus. This is a 3rd layer of income, pretty much, the match. Okay, notice that when you go ruby or diamond, you have to have more PV, okay? Shouldn't be a problem again because you're active on your program or your products. Diamond, you have to be active with 100 PV. So you will have your 90, and then you will have orders from your customers getting you over 100, okay? So that's how that is there. You will notice that in this graphic, they are evened out. There's, the emerald, there's 1 and 1, ruby, 2 and 2, diamond, 4 and 4. That is how you achieve those ranks. So when you get to diamond, you can't have 2 emeralds on one side and then 6 regular coaches on the other. It has to be balanced. I can't really give you the scientific reason why. It's just the way our compensation plan is written, and I have a feeling it has something to do with legal and us having our high rating with the Federal Trade Commission. So it keeps us on the up and up. Okay. Also, you will notice that it says personally sponsored. All of these coaches are personally sponsored by you. So if you were to go into your downline really quickly and right now take a look, you might see coaches' names underneath of you, but they might not be your personally sponsored coaches. They might be coaches that Carrie has signed or Kyla has signed after you. These coaches, to make up your rank, have to be sponsored by you. I hope I can talk through this whole thing. This is crazy. Does anybody have any questions on this structure itself quickly?
I have a question. Like, it's not, so like if you were to go like 1-star diamond, does it matter like when you went to 2-star, do they have to be on either side too, or then it just doesn't matter? I know that's far in advance, but
no, it's fine because I don't want you guys to think that diamond is just your finish line. Like when you achieve diamond, if you guys have heard Shaun T so far in Transform 20, he talks about, or I don't know if he's talked about it yet. I think he has. He talks about passing the baton to your next best self. You're never done. It's the same thing in this business. You know, I don't want you to think diamond is your finish line and you're going to be like top, and, not to say top coach, but like you're not top coach. You're not like making the income you want to make. You're not going to be there yet just because you hit diamond. So you still need to look beyond that and understand that there is more beyond that to pass the baton to. So to get to Pauline's question, very good question. There are different requirements once you become a 1-star diamond, a 2-star diamond, etc. For instance, when you become a 1-star diamond, I'm going to put Kyla on the spot real quick because I forget how much personally sponsored or how much PV do you have to have as a 1-star to hold?
200.
Okay, so it is the same. So once you leave diamond and you go from 1-star to 15-star, it's 200 in volume all the time. Then you have to have, obviously you'll have 1-star, 1 diamond, and that can be on whichever side, but you also have to have more active coaches. So you have to have 10 as a 1-star, 12 active as a 2-star, and in that 2-star, obviously 2 diamonds, and they do have to be 1 on each side for you to be considered that 2-star rank. So it's unfortunate. Like I said, I'm sure it's a whole legal thing.
Megan, real quick,
yeah.
Sorry. With the 200 PV, it's just like the 90 from us, and then the rest has to be from a customer order still, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
sorry, go ahead.
Alana asked me this earlier, and I want to make sure that I answered her correctly. So, like, okay, say your diamond right here, and then one of your emeralds goes diamond. You still only need 1 other emerald on the other side, right?
Right.
Okay.
So if you go diamond and one of these emeralds goes diamond, you're saying what would you be?
No. Like, just never mind.
No, I just want to make sure.
Okay, looking at this active diamond here, you have 2 emeralds.
Yes.
One of them goes diamond. As long as you still have the emerald on the other side, you're good.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
1-star.
Right.
Or so on and so forth.
Well, you would go 1-star when you have 2 more coaches with at least 50 PV, 1 on the left, 1 on the right.
So you still have to have 2 emeralds. In addition?
No, she's saying 10 coaches, 1 emerald, 1 diamond. Emerald has to be on the opposite side of the diamond.
Okay.
I think. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine. Yeah. So let me stop sharing real quick because I'm like talking to like a blank screen. Okay. So you're saying if you're a diamond, you have 8 coaches, 2 of the emeralds, 1 of them goes diamond. Then do you have to have another emerald on that side?
Yeah. Alana, was that your question?
Yes. Like, do you always have to maintain 2 emeralds?
No. At least an emerald or higher.
Oh, emerald or higher. Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry. Yes. That's a good question. Okay. Okay. So I can get a graphic with a larger dimension. I just didn't want people to be like, ah. But I will put it in there because I think that's a great question. to figure out, what you need, and to not know that it's always emeralds. You need emerald or higher. So I'll get that figured out. Okay. And so the one other thing that I wanted to share with you guys was, because we're talking about structure and like the technical piece of it, I wanted you guys to understand how you set this up. So it's your back office. You're going to go, whenever you sign a coach, most of you know though, you'll go to your monitor my business, and then this is where you should go. Graphical genealogy. You're always going to see you right here. Or wait, sorry, I already messed up. You're just going to go to preferred placement. What you're going to do is you're going to discuss with your coach, your sponsor, where you should sign up your next coach. If you're Emerald and beyond. If you're just a coach and you're not at Emerald yet, then right now you just want to focus on a left and a right, obviously. Beyond that though, we're a growing team. Most of the coaches on this team grow their business, and where you fall on the downline, you might see more volume on one side than the other. And we want you to benefit from as much cycle as you can. So we might suggest you place a coach on a certain side, depending on whatever your volume says. So we would look at your back office together. Okay, but what you would do is you go to make sure this is on set, not automatic. You want this to have your coach ID, and then all you should be really messing with is left or right, and that's it. And honestly, you just want to kind of go back and forth, left, right, and you just kind of want to balance it out and, figure out where the cookies will crumble where they go. There's really no right or wrong way to sign somebody up and place them. Honestly, this is when it just comes down to God, and he's going to, do whatever with that person wherever you put them. And it's his choice, not ours, and not even really theirs. So that being said, I want you guys to know where that is. I want you guys to know that the only other thing I could tell you back here about technicalities is looking at your team volume. You go to monitor, compensation, team volume. And this is where you would talk with your coach about which leg is stronger or weaker than the other. And so, for instance, you can see that first row, I have 1,800 versus 1,900. Pretty even. So when I'm signing coaches right now, you can see my volume going down the columns. They're pretty even and comparable. So right now, my goal is to kind of keep that even, and so basically put coaches back and forth. And I'm doing that to be able to maintain my rank as a 2-star diamond. So if someone were to go inactive, there's another one there, and so on and so forth. When one leg becomes significantly stronger, for instance, when I started this and Kyla and Jody and Carrie, they're on my left side, my volume was like, for instance, we'll just say 5,000. We'll just use it as an example. And my right side, I had no one working. So my volume was like 1,000. So I wasn't cycling as much because there was such a large difference there. So I had to build up coaches and mentor coaches to work on that other side so that volume built up so my cycle could increase. Does that kind of briefly make sense? Okay. All right. So do you have any questions about the structure of a diamond, what it looks like, anything at all that we've talked about so far? Everyone's great. Then I'm going to toss it over to Carrie.
Oh, do you want to speak real quick on, or I can if you can, doesn't matter, spouse placement, or why we even, some of us choose to sign up our spouses?
Okay. Yeah. I can do
Can
that
I
really quickly.
interject a question so that
Yeah.
you can cover it while you're doing it? Alana.
Just can't find the person who's talking.
Because I was talking with Jen about this today, and I already have John signed up, but then Carrie mentioned something different that I did when I signed him up, which was about putting your spouse on your weak leg so that you can control it. And I'm about to maybe make another family member an account, and I wanted to know your input on where to put them in relation to John so that I have two accounts that I can control.
Okay. So I can speak on that because when I signed up as a coach, my sponsor, she just told me I needed to go Emerald. She didn't say why. She didn't tell me what it meant. She just said, your goal in this is to go Emerald and help 3 people a month. And I can, whatever, this is a call for another day. I can thank her in some sense, and I can not thank her in another sense. I can not thank her because I didn't understand anything I was doing, but I can thank her because she told me to sign up your spouse or your mom and go Emerald. And so I just did that. I signed up my mom. She was my first challenge pack sale. So she was using Shakeology. And then I signed up Brian. So right there, I had control of both of my legs. And so when we say you're controlling your legs, it means that you can filter orders through you. You can control you plus 2 accounts that have the same credit card on them legally with Beachbody's legal. So for instance, I obviously Brian and I had same card. My mom, she did whatever. So really that wasn't my 2. But I did use her account to put orders through because that was when Kyla, Jody, and Carrie were all on this side and I had no volume over here. So I put any orders that were not challenge packs getting me to Success Club 10 under my mom so that there was volume there. So I was getting commission still, and then I was getting volume there to help out the other side and cycle more. So but here's the thing. I did that because I was 10,000% going to hit Success Club 5 every month and going to get and be Emerald and get my leads from 10. I was going to hit Success Club 10 every month. I was going to get my free paid leads from Beachbody, and I was going to cycle. So I did that because without a doubt, I was going to work as hard as I needed to hit those goals. Now, if you're not going to want to put in that kind of effort and inviting and talking to people, then I suggest just having your spouse there and the other or your mom or whoever, one person controlling. And then the other person, you need to find someone to work the business with you and run with you. As far as your spouse on your weak leg, there's a lot of videos and things out there that people have done talking about that. And I'm going to tell you that you need to discuss, because goes back to what I just said, because we are a growing team, you guys all need to discuss with your coach which side is you're currently strong and which side is you're currently weak, and decide where to put, if you are going to sign up your spouse, which you should to get that extra income, you should decide where to put them. I wasn't in that position, and I can't speak necessarily on it, of the weak leg thing, because I was in a dead spot. Dead spot meaning somehow I ended up where my sponsor and the coaches she signed up never put any coaches underneath of me. So literally I built myself from the ground up and all of my volume. Never once have I ever benefited off of anyone else's volume. So you guys that are on this call, I would take that as an incentive to run your damn business. because you're on a team and you've been placed in a team that these people are growing. And so, you have volume there that you can benefit from. And I didn't. So you're already like one step ahead of me in that sense. But you have to be emerald in order to bank that volume to cycle every week. You don't just get volume and it sits there, and then when you become emerald it starts cycling. You have to become emerald to accumulate any volume under you, and then you will appropriately cycle. So I hope that answered that. Maybe it probably didn't, but okay. And then to Carrie's point about signing your spouse, guys, you're in this business to make money. Let's be real. You're here to make money in some fashion, whether it's to pay down loans, pay down debt, buy a beach house, put your kids in school, or, work the 9-to-5 job that you love, but be able to like have a significant income to do something else with. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you personally want more money for. I know I want more money because shit's expensive. And, I like nice things. I like to travel. I like to go out to dinner. And I don't know. It's just the way it is. And quite honestly, my husband could lose his job any day. They could say, nobody wants class rings anymore. We're going to get cap and gowns from somewhere else. And he could lose his job. And of course, yeah, I could go back to nursing. That's a whole other thing in and of itself. But I would still be in the same spot. I would still be having to pay for school. I would still be having to pay for extra daycare. I would still have bills. This is giving you more. This is giving you more freedom. So even if it has nothing to do with quitting your job or staying home or whatever, like, this is giving you more freedom for if something really bad happens, okay? So think of it that way, if nothing else. So you're here to build this business, and to monetize every single penny you can from it, you should sign your spouse up. Like, that should be the reason you go emerald. If you sign up one person, you should sign your spouse up. That should be your reason to go emerald, because then you will start accumulating that volume. You will start to eventually cycle. And like I said, you can run orders through that account. And when I said, so you hit Success Club for yourself, you always take care of yourself first. But any order that's not getting you Success Club points, or anything beyond Success Club 10 or 5 that you want, you run it through your spouse. You're getting that commission, and then you're cycling $14. Does that make sense? So you're making more money. Okay. And then you keep your spouse. Like, if you financially cannot keep your spouse as a coach, then that's something we'll talk about. But if you're getting Shaco, Energize, Recover, Daily Sunshine, bars, if you're getting anything more than Shaco for yourself, then put it through your spouse. It just makes sense.
So you're saying if somebody orders something other than a challenge pack, so you're transferring that person as a customer over to your husband then?
So I will sign someone up, and I will tell them, and I will sign them up with his coach ID. So I will make a share cart under Brian and his coach ID. And I will tell the person, I will say, you're going to see that this says Brian Ziegler. That's my husband. Obviously, he's not going to coach you. I am. This is just a business thing, to be honest. And that's it. And I've never had one person say, I'm not cool with that.
Right. So
yeah.
I just didn't know if like you have a current challenger who orders Energize or something.
Yeah. So I'll do a coach switch form.
And you'll just keep them over under him then?
Yeah. If they're just getting Energized like one time, or, even if it's Energized one time or whenever they order, if I know it's not going to be somebody who's not getting me points for some reason, or a coach that I need to hold rank, then I'll put them under there. Yeah, so if it's somebody that comes back, and if it's somebody that was an old customer and they come back, I'll figure out, do I need the points or do I just switch them under him?
And you can do that after, right? You have like 14 days.
Yeah, you have 2 weeks. Yeah.
Thank you.
Can I ask you a question, Meg?
Yeah.
So I know, obviously we can use our personal card to run our spouse's account. I might be the minority here, but Chris and I don't share bank accounts. So am I able to like enter my information in his back office so that I get the paychecks off of it versus it going into his bank account? I make him pay.
I do.
Yeah, I
Jillian.
do.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So my mom paid for her stuff, and I had the bank account linked to me.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then
I tried to do that for my dad, and it didn't work. I don't know. He got a check in the mail. He was like, I got a $30 check in the mail. I was like, that's mine.
maybe you didn't switch it fast enough to automated, like,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know.
But
Yeah, that's not the issue. The issue is they don't want that you can't bonus buy. And so that means like you can't pay with your credit card for someone else to get a product to be active, to give you a holder rank. And so like I could pay for my mom's Shaco, I could pay for Brian's Energize, and that would be my 2, but I couldn't pay for anybody else because beyond that, you're pretty much buying to hold your rank, if that makes sense. Make somebody active.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because I haven't done that like a ton with Chris, but I probably should start to. And
I have never had a problem with that, and I know other people do it too.
I do.
Yeah.
Tom's like business service fee is associated to his card, but stuff goes into my bank account, and we have separate bank accounts. That's how you make a happy marriage, y'all. Separate bank accounts. Just saying.
I will agree with that.
Oh gosh. Okay. So I'll let Carrie dive in.
sorry, one last question. I promise, then I'll stop. If you switch a customer over to your husband's account, do they get an email?
Yeah.
That says like your new coach is
Yeah. So I always just shoot them, like if it's a person who's been your customer, I'll just shoot them a message and be like, hey, you're going to get this email saying,
okay,
it's Mike, but it's really me. Don't worry about it. It means nothing to you. Yeah.
Thanks.
Sure.
Okay. So on that note, hopefully none of you guys are really creeped out talking about money and finances, because it is a part of the business. The business always goes back to helping people, but kind of like what Kyla said last night, we are blessed with the opportunity to be compensated for helping people. And I don't worship money. I don't think any of us do, but I do believe in being a wise steward of what we've been given. And if we've been given this opportunity, like Megan said, we should make the most of it. So I'm going to kind of show you how you can make the most even of being diamond, because diamonds look crazy different across the board of this company. And there are shaky diamonds and there are strong diamonds. And we do not want you guys to go diamond like I did. And oh my gosh, Char's on. Hi. Sorry, I get so super distracted. Okay. I do not want you guys to go diamond like I did and have no idea how to hold yourself there or what it meant and celebrate being diamond for 2 weeks and then lose it and take 4 months to get it back. Like, that's not what we want to happen to you guys. We want you guys to know exactly how to lock in diamond, how to keep yourself there and reap all the benefits of it. So on that note, I mean, we say you need 8 coaches. I say you need 10 coaches because I believe you need a buffer. So you can go diamond with 8 coaches. But to stay diamond, like Megan was saying, some people go inactive. Sometimes you have your discount coaches that might skip their Shaco that month, and then one goes inactive and you're stuck with 3 and 4. So I truly believe you need some buffers. Not to call my discount coaches my buffers, but Whatever. Okay, I love my discount coaches. They're amazing. So I just like grabbed some slides. This was from, and if you've heard me talk about this before, I'm sorry. I actually have the visuals this time. It's from the first ever Beachbody coach #1 who signed up. She has a really great YouTube on being a strong team. She says Emerald strong and Diamond strong, and really it comes back to 500 PB strong. So I just snagged her screenshots to kind of show you the opportunity that's there with Diamond. So you guys can all see that, I'm thinking, hopefully. Let me view. Okay, so I'm just going to take you through this super duper quick. This slide isn't that important. This is just kind of the overview of what the next couple slides are going to show us. So this is your classic Diamond coach structure. Okay, you've got like a cute diamond at the top of green. This is a diamond on 90 PV, so they're on Shakeology. Everyone below them basically on Shakeology, 2 emeralds. This is a shaky diamond structure. This is a team that's not generating anything beyond their own personal product. It's a team that's not finding other people to help and giving them solutions. It's a team that's just using products. So this diamond coach could very easily go in and out of diamond and emerald based off of what these coaches underneath of them do. And this diamond coach is making $54 a month, which does not sound fun when you think of diamond as this ultimate goal that you want to get to. You in your mind are thinking, well, like crap, I want to make more than $54 a month, hopefully. This is what a 500 PV diamond structure could look like. So essentially this just means everyone underneath of them, and this is set up with the 4 and 4 on each side. Everyone underneath of them is not only a personal product user, but they are helping other people find solutions. So much so that they are pushing for each person on their team to have 500 in volume every month. That creates a strong team that is really growing and duplicating and helping other people find their solutions. This is something that I've started to switch over in my team in terms of recognition. We now have a 500 PV ladder that we're updating throughout the month to show people how close they are to getting there, because it's something that I want to stress to my team that is important for a solid coach and team to have. So you can see the difference here in this team. The diamond coach at the top is now, they have 25% earnings on all their commissions. So they have 500 PVs, they're earning commission. And then they have cycling on top of that. They're making $485 a month. That's a huge difference from $50. So now we're going to take that one step further and we're going to really blow your mind. So this is an emerald strong tribe, a diamond strong tribe, emerald strong tribes. And this is essentially, not only do you have people that are helping other people find their solutions, but you have coaches that you are teaching and growing and duplicating systems and showing them how to grow emeralds and help other people find coaches and grow emeralds. Basically, each little green circle here is representing this emerald tribe. Don't get caught up in all these numbers here. It's an emerald growing emeralds. That's all it is. And it's going 4 layers deep because that's what this Beachbody coach #1 likes to talk about. So essentially, if you're doing that, if you're creating that kind of an organization underneath yourself with emerald coaches, each one of those emeralds is generating 7,500 volume in and of themselves in their own tribe. If you have that going on both sides, with 8 emerald tribes underneath of you, the diamond are making over $3,000 a month. That is possible as a diamond coach. If you have 12 emerald tribes underneath you, this is without ever going 1-star, 2-star, nothing. If you have all of these emerald tribes going on underneath of you as a diamond coach, you can make $5,000 a month. These numbers are kind of mind-blowing when I see that. To see the opportunity that's there, I'll stop sharing so we're not all just staring at it. Because like I said, diamonds can mean, you see diamond and you hear it as a rank and you know it's a goal, but there are lots of different diamonds in this company. And if I'm a diamond that was making $5,000 a month, I'd be sitting real happy here in my office chair talking to you guys. But it's not just the money, it's the fact that, can you imagine the reach of that team? Like 7,500 volume on each of those emeralds. How many people are they helping every month find their solution? So it's not just the challenge pack, which is ultimately the ultimate solution, but it's whatever their people need. It's getting them hooked up with the Shakeology boost. It's getting them hooked up with the cleanses. It's getting them the beach bars, or if they have a picky toddler like my child that decides not to eat meat for like 6 months of their life, it's getting them hooked up with daily sunshines. It's knowing the products enough that you can help people find solutions beyond just the challenge packs, and then you're creating these raving fans, these raving product users, and they will ultimately become your best customers and best coaches because they love the companies and the products so much. So like the actual numbers of it all, possibly. Are you with me?
You cut out on mine, so I didn't hear that like last 3 or 4 words. You asked a question.
Oh, I just said, is that like helpful for anyone to see the numbers in that?
Oh, perfect. Yes.
So a lot of, I think I have like 5 coaches, but 2 are inactive. And of course they're just discount coaches. So I have some good conversations going with people that want to work the business, but they're very timid and as to like just like pulling the trigger. But I don't know, like I struggle with that finding and cultivating your emeralds under you portion. So yeah, that's my question.
So I would say,
yeah, how do you cultivate the emeralds?
First of all, Pauline, you're not the one that struggles. We all work on that. We're all trying to create more emeralds on our team. That's what kept me from going diamond for a very long time, was cultivating the right emeralds. And I think the discount coaches definitely have a place on everyone's team. Like, I'm never going to say to discount a discount coach ever, because they could end up changing the game for you, and they're your best people in your challenge groups. But like Hyla said in the chat, that creating the emeralds is the hard part. And I really think, anyone else wants to weigh in this, I think not putting so much pressure on them to run the business the way you want to run the business, and know that everyone runs at their own speed.
I don't even like broach the topic with them. Like if they're just discount, like I don't push it at all.
So here's what I do. I'll just tell you what I do. And this is based off of, Megan laughs at me because I'm like, I binge watch Ashley Molstead now. But I think she's got like a lot of great business sense. And I started to implement some of her strategies because like if a coach can do it, I can do it. So what I've done now, all of my coaches, discount or not, they get a welcome email from me. In the welcome email is a link to a YouTube video that just explains what their 2 options are as a coach from me. It's my video. And all I say is, welcome to the team. I'm so glad you're here. Here are your options. You can enjoy the products and work on your journey, and I will give you all the love and support that you need, and you can get the discount and run with it. Or you can decide to help 3 people a month and pay it forward and earn some money back towards your products. Choice is up to you. Let me know which one you want to do. So from the get-go, I am letting every single coach know as soon as they sign up, even if they want to be a discount coach, I'm letting them know that the opportunity is there and it will always be there. And then they tell me which one they're choosing, so I know how to support them.
Okay.
And then from there, if they are, Heather's the first one I rolled into this, and then Jackie, if they decide like I may be interested in the business, I did create a coach university for our team that I can plug them into, which explains Emerald a little bit more. That's the system I'm using.
All right. I need to do that. I need to make one of those.
Yeah. To make a video. It took me like 3 minutes, and I feel like it just lets people know, like, I don't know, this is what you can do, but you don't have to.
Would you mind sharing that video in our group?
No, not at all.
And then we can all make our own.
We can copy you. No, just
don't recreate the wheel, people. Any other questions you guys have right now on either anything we've talked about, or just signing people up, or I don't know where your mind's at or where your struggles are currently?
I was just going to say 2 things real quick. She's the cutest thing ever, Jackie. And
isn't she adorable?
I mean, I just need Yes, you, sweetheart.
Megan wants to snuggle her.
I do. I want to snuggle that little thing. And really quickly, please remember simplicity, guys. We are here for you and for the people that you help in their health and in the business. So do not feel like you have to recreate the wheel. Do not feel like you have to do it all on your own. Like, that is why we are here. We, plug them into calls with us, plug them into our team calls. We will help you help them. And it's that simple. And so, like Carrie said, treat everybody as it, well, I don't know where I was going with that. Carrie said, treat everybody as if they are somebody and don't discount your discount coaches. What I will add to that is I would caution you to not sign up everybody as a discount coach. I would caution you to give them like 2 or 3 months to be consistent and see the value, and then broach the discount option, or broach the coaching opportunity and let it fall back to the discount. Like, that's one of their perks. Because also it goes to that shaky versus stable visual. We don't want you to just be signing all these coaches that are just using the product and you doing this work and not receiving any benefit from them. Like I said, Carrie is much more beautiful with the words than I am.
I just read that. You're silly. I just want to hear from you guys real quick, because this is the first time we've ever done a group like this. This is the first week we've done. I want to hear how you're feeling, what you're thinking, what you need more of possibly in the next week, or what you might need help with. Anyone?
Like, what would move you along? Like, if you feel like you've been doing what we have been, teaching you to do over the last week, what do you feel like is missing thus far? Like, what can we address? What can we, maybe
I just think like I don't have a problem signing coaches. Like, that's not a struggle that I face, but I do have problems presenting the opportunity because I'm not like, I make good money, like, where I've been standing, but it's a mental block, but I'm sure I'm not the only one with it. So, like, how do you present the opportunity versus discount? Like, what ways have worked for you? Because I have an email that I send for the discount option that does explain what Carrie was saying. Like, you have the option to help other people and refer them and get your product potentially for free. I mean, it's probably, I'm sure, different still than putting a video in there. But I have never, as many coaches as I've signed this past year, I have never had one say, you know what, I'm going to try it. I have one sort of try it, but then that was that. So I want to be more effective in presenting the opportunity versus the discount. Maybe I'm just presenting it too heavy on the discount portion of it, and I don't offer it to them off the bat. So they're people that are already challengers first.
So I'm going to put 2 coaches on the spot, because Heather and Jackie both signed up with me telling me they were going to be discount coaches, and now they're interested in working a business. So I'd like to ask you 2 to help Jody with her question, if there was anything that helped you decide that maybe you're more interested in the business than you thought you were.
The Coach University that you had for us to do showed all the details of how it worked, and it just seemed attainable.
Okay. Cool. Oh, I can't hear you, Jackie. I can't hear you. You are unmuted.
You look cute, though.
You are cute. You could type it in the chat if you don't want to try to figure out your volume. While she's typing the...
Carrie.
Yeah.
Sorry. What all is included in your Coach University?
So again, I copied Ashley and Emily Falver, and I went on Thinkific, which is like a website that creates.
What is it?
Thinkific. I can share it on the page too. It's a website that creates an online course for you, like a free online course. And I just made, again, a ton of videos. I made one on Success Club. I made one on Emerald and Diamond, the vitals, like basically everything that I would take you through in a getting started right call. Because this is just me with my time and working. I just didn't feel like I was giving my coaches enough in terms of getting started. I wasn't getting those calls in with them. So I created the university to do that instead. And then once they go through it, we can then have another chat about just kind of what they thought about that, what they still have questions on, and what their limiting beliefs might be.
So you're putting everybody through this, that whether they sign up for the discount or they sign up?
Only the ones, so once they watch my YouTube video and tell me what they want to do, the ones that are like, oh, maybe I'm interested in helping people, link. The ones that are like, I just want the discount, I'm not going to hit them with that yet, but I'll let them know it's available. Okay, Jackie, missed half of the questions. Yes. Okay, so she says being in the team page motivated her because she was watching everyone work together and talk about the business and getting more and more interested. So Jody, do you have a team page, or I know you're involved in Kyla's team page. Are you putting people in that?
No, I don't put anybody in Kyla's team page because ultimately it's her team page. I do have my own team page. Again, there's nobody that's working, so nobody's getting excited about anything. Doesn't matter what I put in there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think, and other people can talk too. I think what I've learned again and again and again is that the best way to motivate people is to keep running, honestly, and to keep showing them what's possible, and to keep signing coaches, and to keep finding your people, and to keep hitting Success Club, because ultimately you're setting the pace. And eventually you're going to find other runners, or people will start running with you. I don't know if anyone else has any other.
I mean, the only thing I was going to say is when you're looking to change a challenger to a coach, I approach them with the conversation of like complimenting how good of a challenger they have been and pointing out the reasons why being a good challenger makes them a good coach. And like Megan said, that the discount is like the fallback. So I'm not offering them a discount and then saying, and you could also work your business. I'm offering the opportunity to work the business. And then if they're like, whoa, I'm not ready for that, then we have the conversation of, well, you can sign up now if it's something that, you think that's a little bit, interests you, and you think it might be something for you a little bit later, and you can enjoy the discounts for now. Like if you, like your discount coaches do play a valuable role. So like if I need a discount coach to sign up to rank advance or to hold a rank, or, to do something important in my business, and there's someone I care about, and I think that they would enjoy 25% off. If you're already naturally having that conversation with the challenger, then lead with why they would make a good coach, not why they need a discount.
That makes sense. Thank you.
It's a good question.
So I was just going to say really quickly too, remember all of the hesitations that you have had, and use them when you're talking to people, and how you overcame them to become where you're at, whether it's with products or whether it's with coaching. And then the other thing that I was going to say was, I really truly believe that you hear a lot of this in our calls, or like wake up calls and things, but they talk about how when you talk about health and fitness and challenge groups, that's what you're going to recruit. That's who the people you're going to draw in, people who want to be in your boot camps. When you talk about the business and the friendships and the trips and Super Saturdays, then that's drawing the people into the business. And so just watch what you're talking about and make it like a collective, like full circle event, I think, in your posts and, what you're sharing out there. And then to address, whatever level of success you've seen, it obviously doesn't always have to be income, but address how coaching ultimately keeps you accountable. I've actually only ever had one person, and it was today, tell me they'd make a terrible coach because they can only keep themselves accountable, but they'd never keep anybody else accountable, whatever nonsense that means. But coaching keeps you accountable to your own health and fitness. So first and foremost, you all can sit here and tell people that. Secondly, you can all say how it's brought you a community of positivity in such a negative world, how your social medias have become a positive outlet rather than a source of negativity. You know, and obviously just think outside the box, and it doesn't all have to come down to income. But, you know, you also be upfront with people and be like, you know, I'm just getting started in this. I haven't really run with it as much as I should to grow with the opportunity, the income piece yet, but I'm going for that. And, you know, we could do it together.
Yeah, and I would say, just because I caught this before you cut yourself off, Jody, but stop telling yourself you're not successful. And I know I can say that because I do it too. All of us, I mean, if you've been a coach for a while, you think, oh, I've been a coach for however many years, I should be 5-star diamond by now, but your years in the business means nothing. And your rank doesn't determine your successfulness in the business. And we're always, all of us, going to be reaching for something in the business. We're never going to be exactly where we want to be. And we could look at that and say we're not successful because we're not there, or we could look at everything we've freaking done in the last year, losing 50 whatever pounds and going to Mexico and helping people every month, and say, yeah, I had success last year. So there's a belief factor there too. And I believe in
Thank you. No. Meg and I talked about that the other day. Like I definitely set my own bowling bumpers. Like I definitely set up my own training wheels in my mind, and you know, that's something I'm working on. But at the same time, it's going to take learning how other people are presenting those conversations for me to get over it, because I'm not just going to automatically be like, I'm just going to, I mean, not that I don't want to, but, you know, like it's nice to hear how other people approach it so that I have, you know, something to build off of.
You can also,
speaking of that, is the Google Doc helpful for you guys? Is there something in there that we're missing in terms of conversation starters? Or
I also didn't read that, so
also talk about, like, it doesn't have to be monetary, but you can talk about how you won free trips for you and your husband, you know, like things like that too. Because I feel the same way. Like, I can't be like, oh, I'm making all this money over here, you know. But you can I talk about the accountability and the community, and then like the different things that the company like rewards us with. Sorry, I cut somebody off.
no, I was just asking about the Google Doc. If we are liking it, or we need anything else in there that we don't
Amanda,
have.
did you have a question on the Google Doc or something that was missing? I thought you went to talk.
Yeah, well, I listened to the National Wake Up Call this morning, and it was a younger coach that was on there. So it made me think of some like younger college age students that I know. And I had talked to them about Beachbody before when we were working together, and just kind of staying in touch with them, but I never really like addressed the coaching part with them. It was more being a challenger. So today I just kind of threw it out there that I was thinking of them. And, you know, they both showed interest. And one of them was like, well, tell me more about the business. And then I kind of got like frozen, because I was like, well, I don't really know how to explain it to you, 20, almost like half my age person, you know, and I was like, so I told them my side of what I get out of it. And then I pointed them to the body page where it talks specifically about coaching. But I didn't know how else to kind of really give them more. to pique their interest more on why it could be something really good for them, even just part-time while they're in school, to kind of utilize and make some money. So I didn't get that in the Google Doc. Like I wasn't able to find more of that cold call type coaching for like people that aren't necessarily, just what I'm presenting out there. Because I don't want to just say, oh, I'm only looking for moms, or I'm only looking for this or that. I want to, I personally would like to have a little bit more of a broader group of coaches, that are different, because I think that is what I enjoy because of how I grew up, not having that. And I always felt like it was much better to have that than not to have that. So, sorry.
No, you're fine. I don't know where that.
So I'm obviously not elite here at all. But I just.
Well, you're a rock star.
I put a video in the comments because I'm the same way. Like, I'm not like Carrie. I'm not fabulous with my words. And I tend to like try and find things that like speak for me. Of course, I definitely share how it impacts my life. But the video that I put in there describes coaching. Like when they're asking like, what is coaching and how does it help me? It describes it like so perfectly. And it's like generic enough, but like they don't mention a specific team, even though Ashley Smith is the one whose team created the video. But yeah, you don't have to use it. And that could be like the wrong thing to do. But
Where'd you put it?
I put it in the comments of this.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Can you put it in? Is it on the page? Because like,
Sure.
I can't figure out how to get this saved so that I can look at it later.
Yeah, I'll put it on the page.
Sorry. Technology is not my favorite.
Megan already shared it in the page. Didn't you, Megan?
Sorry, this video that Pauline just shared?
World a healthier and happier.
Oh yeah, that's the one in our team page.
Oh, I totally missed the update.
No, it's okay. It's in one of the unit sections in the Team Be Fit Be Free page.
I have the hardest time with units. I don't know why. I work at a tech company, guys.
I know you're. But so yes, so that is what I have been using to put in front of people. And that's in the units, either that video or I ask if they want a PDF. And sometimes people say both, sometimes people say one, and they look at it and it gives them a really good idea of everything, without having to, like Amanda said, just be talking to a mom, or like you could be talking to anybody with this. Because
it gives them the opportunity like to just be a discount. And it like makes it so light, I think. Like you can work the business if you want and you can do all of these awesome things, or you can just get a discount. It's like perfect.
Right. Yes, agreed. All right. What else, ladies? Anything? I know some of us could talk all night.
It looks like everyone's ready to just let the thoughts simmer, and
it's a lot. Okay, so I think we're good. Obviously you guys are in a position where it's going to take, it's going to take more time than just your business activity tracker. There's stuff to learn. There's videos to watch. There's things like that, but that will all help you. And obviously we say this all the time, but don't feel like you have to know it all the time, but you should know something. You should be learning something. So understand the structure, understand shaky versus stable, understand, talking to people and presenting the opportunity. And, if we could all just kind of get outside our comfort zone a little bit and invite someone to the business this week, it makes things so much easier. I know it's scary. But like I said, if you're just focused on boot camps, if you're just you're only going to get challengers. And that's great. Like some people need to just get Success Club under their belt. But if we start to talk about both things, you will have both. Like obviously a coach is going to have to get started with a challenge pack and get into some sort of program. Yeah, share in the page if you have a successful conversation or something that's of value for everybody. All right, ladies. So once this records, it'll be up in the page if y'all want to listen again. Thanks for your time tonight, girls. We really appreciate it. Should we all do a dance real quick for Instagram?
Only if you tag me and it'll share.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's try real quick.
I know sometimes you can't.
Whenever Meg tags me in something, I can't share it, even though.
Yeah, last time she tagged me, I couldn't share it. But I can share it.
Is your page private?
No.
That's why. That's why it didn't make sense. Because usually, if
why
people
doesn't your page
private,
like us?
You can't share it.
I can't share anything ever. So.
All right.
You
We'll
have a
just
reject
real
phone.
quick. Ready, set, go.
Do you have music?
Oh.
Level up, 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 level up. All the stuff is so yummy, all the stuff is so yummy. Know you want it, just yummy. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
I love that song.
It like stays in my head and I can't get it out.
What did you say?
It's part of my happy list that Rachel Hollis says you need a song list that when you're in a bad mood, you put it on and you're happy no matter what, even when you don't want to. And that's in there.
Love that. The dog, Jody.
Murphy's on my happy list.
Oh. All right. Have a great night, ladies.
Bye, guys.
Bye.